He's big. He's strong. He's the
Juggernaut, bitch!
Cain Marko, also known as the Juggernaut, first appeared in X-Men issue number 12 in July of 1965 and was created by the marvelous duo Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Cain Marko is the stepbrother and childhood bully of Professor X. But while Cain Marko served in the army, he finds the gem of a mystical entity named Sidorak and is empowered with magical energies and transformed to an immortal avatar that we call the Juggernaut. As the Juggernaut, Marko possesses superhuman strength, being capable of shattering mountains, lifting and using buildings as weapons, and extreme durability. So after Cain's first transformation, this transformation causes a cave-in and he ends up buried under the rubble, and presumably killed, not being heard from again. But influenced by the gem, the Juggernaut would return seeking revenge, but thanks to the help of Doctor Strange, the X-Men find and use another jewel of Sidorak, which banished the Juggernaut to the Crimson Cosmos, the home dimension of Sidorak. But during the 1970s, we would see the Juggernaut reappear back on Earth by sheer force of will. It wouldn't last long after a fight with longtime X-Men member Beast. He would be sent back to the Crimson Cosmos once more. The Juggernaut is accidentally pulled back to Earth at a military base by an interdimensional device designed to banish the Hulk, and he ends up teaming up with the Hulk and escaping from the base. But after this, the Juggernaut would mainly bounce from issue to issue, fighting X-Men and various other mutant teams. But fast forwarding to July of 1984, in issue number 183 of Uncanny X-Men, and in one of my personal favorite issues, we see a bar fight break out between Colossus and Cain Marko, where after Colossus breaks things off with Kitty Pryde, Wolverine decides to shove Colossus over into Cain Marko, letting them duke it out, and ending up destroying the bar throughout their fight. Very cool, Wolverine. Very cool. The Juggernaut would later star in Solo Story and the 8th Day storyline, which introduces new avatars known as Exemplars. The Juggernaut and 7 other humans are revealed to have all been empowered and corrupted by mystical entities, and as avatars, they have to enforce their will on Earth. But the Juggernaut would resist his influence from Sidorak, and when captured by other Exemplars, he's aided by the Avengers to stop them. And when Black Tom Cassidy openly betrays the Juggernaut, Marko attempts to change his ways and joins the X-Men. The Juggernaut ends up befriending a young mutant boy named Sammy Perret, who helps Marko reform. And despite setbacks such as a battle with the Canadian superhero team, also known as Alpha Flight, Perret discovers that Black Tom Cassidy is preparing an attack on the X-Men's headquarters, and he ends up being killed after learning this knowledge. So then an enraged Juggernaut would attack Cassidy, and he ends up sending him and all his allies to the Mojoverse. The Juggernaut would later reappear and join the team New Excalibur for a brief period, but during the World War Hulk storyline, the Juggernaut's powers begin to wane. But by shunning his stepbrother Xavier and returning to his villainous nature, he is able to restore the link with Sidorak, becoming powerful enough to hold his own against the Hulk. Despite an attempt by Xavier to reform Marko, he does concede that redemption is impossible. After this though, Cain Marko would later lose his powers after working with another god, but still remains huge. Eventually, Sidorak causes the Crimson Gem to reappear looking for a new host in the same ancient temple that it was once found. As it admitted a call for a suitable candidate to become the new Juggernaut, Cain would sense this call, but instead of trying to get his powers back, he would try to stop the next avatar of Sidorak. After Cain and Colossus would team up to beat Admit Abdul, also known as a former living monolith, Colossus would take the chance to take the powers of the Juggernaut. But by accident, being next to Colossus when this happens, Juggernaut would regain his powers once again. And that has it for right now. So, if you guys want to read more about him, I do recommend checking him out. Right now, if you're trying to find something up to date, I'm not really sure where he's at. But if you guys like this stuff, make sure to subscribe and hit that alert button. And if you guys have any ideas, any characters you guys want me to do, you guys want to learn more about, or maybe teams or places, feel free to put them in the comments down below, and I'd love to get a list together for you guys. Other than that, though, I'll check y'all later. See ya.